So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. Our season 26 World Tour reaches round 6. So we're into the second half of the season now and we are here in Croatia for round 6 at the infamous Dragon Trail Seaside for what will be our second endurance race of the season. So everybody out of their regular season GT3 cars and all back into the equal Lexus RCF 500. The Super GT Lexus in the same car this week. With it being an endurance race, it means that everybody has to use 3 compounds of tyres, soft, medium and hard, for a minimum of 5 laps. And the race is, I'm not sure how many laps it is. We'll see that when we get into the race shortly. So no qualifying tonight then. It is a reverse championship order. So the drivers then just getting their last bit of prep in then, and we're waiting for the countdown to get going. And of course, Dragon Trail is famous for the death chicane. How many deaths are we going to see tonight? Pickles is having a crash before he even gets there. Starts. We don't probably know any because it's a rolling start. Putting it onto track. So we're down to the. Oh no, we're over the crash. Right then. So it looks like we're about ready to get going. And it will be Panda leading us off then from Dusty Fossil, Mikey covering in third, then Biggles, Blue Flag, Tom DeVal, Graham, Ross, Homer, Pagani, Aaron, SBY, Fever, Unsafe and T Smith at the back. So look at the tyre situation then for everybody. Panda starting the race on the medium tyres. It's the softs for Dusty Fossil, mediums for Mikey, mediums for Biggles, hards for Blue Flag, mediums for Tom DeVal, Graham is on the hards, Ross is on the hard tyre, Homer's on the hard tyre, Pagani's on the hard tyre, mediums for Aaron, mediums for SBY, hards for Fever, hards for Unsafe, softs for T Smith. We've seen this from him several times this season already. And away we go. Stamps the chicane for the first time, then any moves, any accidents there, been a side-by-side action. Graham and Tom DeVal coming together. Oh, some contact in the pack there. Oh, and around goes Aaron. Aaron spinning on the exit of that first chicane then. Dusty Fossil's got the lead but has got himself a half-second penalty. What happened to Panda? There was a squeal of tyres. It may have been him. He's down to 4th place then. So Dusty Fossil leads but has got himself a half-second penalty. He's over the curb there. Big unsettling moment for the Spotify car. So they head up through the S's for the first time. It's a 55 lap race. A long, long way to go. So they come over the crest down the hill for the first time. Dusty Fossil leads from Mikey, from Biggles, from Panda. Oh, it's contact there. Biggles into the back of Mikey, who hits the inside wall. Spears off, and big contact there. Biggles wading up there, but Mikey has got absolutely harpooned. Go on board then for the dash chicane for the first time. Dusty Fossil gets through okay. About the rest of the field, Tom DeVal slaps the wall. T Smith hit the wall as well. He's up to 10th. He's had a great start. Unsafe clipped the wall big time there. He's had a big moment there as Aaron goes through, so Unsafe all the way down to the back. Oh, Graham there squeezing the tyres at the final corner. As they get lap 1 in the back, then we got 2x2 across the line then in the battle for 3rd place. 4th place, it's Ross, it's Tom DeVal, it's Homer and Graham, with Pagani lurking as well. Down the inside of Graham into the S's there. Ross getting shuffled back by Tom DeVal. Oh, there, side by side through that right hand kick. That's brave there. Pagani up the inside. There's contact there. T Smith to the back of Pagani. I think he's up the inside of Homer. They all shuffle SBY backwards a little bit there. And then into the S's section again. Smith making good progress. He's up to 9th. They're trying to get past Homer now as they up through the S's. Squeal of tyres once again. T Smith to the inside. On the brakes, and surely Homer will let him go here. So he goes, gets the move done. And save them, trying to play catch up. A long way to go. Come through the chicane for the second time. Tom DeVal a little bit wide there, having a big old slide through the chicane. And T Smith there right up against the wall again as well. Biggles then making progress. He goes back ahead of Fever. Everybody through successfully that time around then. Check, good evening Zom, good evening Fever, and good evening James. Welcome. So then the field's starting to settle out a little bit then. Graham's got Ross thinking about a move into the chicane now, quite close to Pagani. That is a place to T. Smith, and Homer there has just, oh, what happened there was that? Somebody exited stage left, kept going. T. Smith then up the inside of Graham. Trying to make the best of those soft tyres while he can do, make progress through the field. Of course, it's long been the strategy for the drivers at the back to start on the hard tyres, get them out of the way, but T. Smith has booked that trend this season and to devastating effect so far. Go. T. Smith has won all but 3 races this season. The third race in the sprint weeks. He's not been able to make the perfect week so far. Just the one race start, and he's already up to P6 then on lap 3. Oh, who's that? Oh, Mikey's had a... Oh, Biggles and Mikey have both had a drama in the chicane this time around. They've had separate incidents there, and somebody almost got caught up. It might have been Aaron. SBY then battling with Homer. Homer on the hard tyres, SBY on the mediums then. He'll be keen to get a move on. Homer then back into the slipstream though. Ooh. Well, they're having a twitch. Homer looking up the inside, but SBY will have the braking benefit of being on the racing line and the better tyres. Makes the move stick. So then up front, Dusty Fossil leads by 2.8 seconds then. He's making hay while the sun shines on those soft tyres. Starting P2, got ahead of Panda, and is now trying to run away in this opening stint. And who's on the medium tyres, going well in P2. He's got to settle down again. Blue flags, cut through nicely into P3. And Tom Devon in P4, and then T. Smith in P5. Ross behind him in 6th. Then it's Graham with Pagani right behind him. SBY and Homer. Really, I haven't seen the GT2 race. I was out for dinner last night, so GT1 becoming the race of chaos. There chicane we go then. We're going to get through. First 2 through, okay. Tom Devon's clipped the wall. Oh, SBY coming through very hot there. He clips the wall. That's going to give Homer a run. Homer's going to sweep past him. Biggles then 4 laps into this race has already had some drama. Had a contact with Mikey at the bottom of the hill. We've just come through and we clipped the dash chicane last time around. Navigates it safely this time then. Death count on 3 on lap 5 of the race, and Dusty Fossil's lead is now 3.4 seconds then. He continues to push away at the front. That's the fastest lap of the race that time around, the 29.6. And with a 30.2 behind him. Not bad pace on those medium tyres though. The first question then for Dusty Fossil is, how long are those tyres going to last? So, okay, at the minute. We had a date. I had a date with my nan, if that's what you're saying. It was her 80th birthday, so not much of a date, mate. Blue flag now has Tom Duval and Tom Smith very quickly living on his bridge. He's done well there on those hard tyres. To break clear of the pack then, and now the field's spread out. He's done a good job so far, so that'll come back and pay him dividends later on when he can use the better tyres. We've got a bit of pressure on. He's going to be okay through there. Tom Duval really got hurt there by the dirty air, and that's going to give Tom Smith a run. T. Smith to the inside and wraps him up nicely. Yeah, the dirty air there, just as he turned in, he understood why, he realised what was happening, lifted. That compromises exit speed though. T. Smith taking full advantage there. We do love an Anne. 80 years old and kicked cancer this year as well, so she is a beast. T. Smith then straight onto the back of blue flag, down the start finish straight again. Blue flag shows him the outside. T. Smith will say thank you very much, or will he? Ooh, blue flag fights back around the outside though. Good side by side action through the chicane. They come out still side by side. T. Smith's got the inside for the next right hander. And that should be moved on, and Tom DeVal's going to try and get in there as well. Oh, Tom DeVal's going to make a move on T. Smith as well. T. Smith shuts the door firmly in his face. Blue flag gets the position back, though. It's now side by side between these two, then over the crest, down into the right hand. Tom DeVal have the inside here, but then Blue flag's got the inside for the next bit. Tom DeVal almost off the circuit. Kicks up the dirt. They're still side by side, banging doors. Up the S's. Still banging doors. Blue flag hangs on. But you think it's a matter of time now. Blue flag, here we go. Blue flag right to the inside. Tom DeVal, though, goes even further. He'll have the inside for the braking zone, and through he goes. Trying to hold it tight line there, try and come back at it, but no way to get back at him. Tom DeVal is through into 4th place again. Here we go. And then it's fought back up to P10 then, having had that spin on the opening lap. A good recovery drive from him so far. The other ones who's had some dramas, Mikey, we saw have a drama. Got harpooned by Biggles on lap 1, then clipped the dash chicane as well on lap 3, I believe it was. In P11, his beloved. Oh, he's had a drama though. 2 wide on the exit curve at the final corner. Spits him off to the inside, and into the pit wall he goes. Unsafe is up to P12. And having had his drama early on as well, Pagani has pitted. Well, I saw somebody dive into the pit, so it was Pagani then, who's got off of his hard tyres and onto the softs. In 14th, Fever has also pitted. So the one-hit wonders then have a strategy. Both of their, well, 2 of their 3 cars. Pagani and Fever have pitted. And now off the hard tyre and onto the softs. Their teammate for the night is leading the race though, Dusty Fossil. 3.9 seconds up the road from Panda. He's going really well in P2. 7 seconds over T. Smith then, so handy gap there, and T. Smith's tyres now looking particularly second hand, as are Dusty Fossils. How many more laps do we think we've got in those? They might be able to get to 10 laps, you know. Looking how they are, because they're getting a little bit worn. They will start to slide a little bit more, because you slide a little bit more, they do wear a little bit faster, so if they hang on well for the early part, they will just suddenly start to drop away much quicker. But Dusty Fossil's pace still good, 30.4 that time around. Panda behind him did a 30.2, however, so Panda is now quicker than the race leaders. In comes T. Smith from P3. So he's getting off his tyres after lap 7. Here goes this massive train, then Tom DeVal, blue flag. Now got Ross closing down on him. Graham's not far behind. Homer's there as well, then Aaron. Done a really good job to recover after that opening lap spin. He's now in P8. SBY battling with Mikey. PS playmates and the doctors. There's Mikey filling in for Rom, who was victorious last night in GT2. Oh, SBY's over the curb. Oh, contact between the two. Got over the curb. The car was a tank slapper. Mikey arrived on the scene and gets a face full of SBY's bunda. Both drivers survived. Mikey's over the curb again. Interesting, that didn't end well for SBY, and then he decides to drive onto the grass in a straight line as well. Interesting. Into the S as we go. For some reason, a few of the liveries haven't loaded. That's why you're seeing this orange and white OU livery. That's the livery from the car that was contested the Super GT Championship in 2016. Oh, SBY's got deep there at the bottom of the hill, very wide, and Mikey will go through. So a mistake from SBY, and Mikey takes full advantage then and takes P9. I've got unsafe then closing in behind them. Mikey on the medium tyres, as is SBY then, so good paces from Mikey. SBY would have hopefully gone a little bit better, I think, there, bearing in mind that Mikey's had some dramas as Graham pits now to get off of those hard tyres. So the running order then is still Dusty Fossil leading a 31 flat last time around though. Panda did a 30.3, so took 7/10 of a second out of him now. Panda is now closing back in on Dusty Fossil. This cable, thank you. Can't decide to sit on my so up through the S as we go then. Dusty Fossil still will lead his tyres now looking very second hand though. is coming down and coming down as well. Panda is closing in then. 9 seconds now the gap though that he has over Tom Deval, who's in third. The flag still holding off this train. This is a little bit wide there, taking the wider line. And they're still there as well. We've lost Graham from this group, who pitted. On the back of them, Mikey and SBY going back around the outside. The corner, we saw him go wide a lap ago. This time though, gets stopped. Now it's a side-by-side battle as they head into the chicane. This is going to be brave. Mikey holds the inside. Oh, SBY's getting into the wall. SBY hip and shoulder there. Mikey then loses out. Unsafe goes through. Here comes Pagani. He's going to wrap him up as well, I think, before they get to the braking zone. Pops to the inside. Through he goes. Mikey returns to his beloved P11. Biggles tucked in behind him. Then Fever. Jump T. Smith. He is now on the mediums and drifting at the final corner, and Graham now on the medium tyre as well. And so race leader Dusty Fossil has just pitted, so that means Panda now is your race leader. His lead is 12 seconds then. Good evening, Derek. Hello and welcome. Looks like doing a good job then of holding off, although Ross is also on the hard tyre. That might explain why Ross hasn't really been able to challenge him at the minute. But then behind them, on the medium tyres, and Tom Deval. Ooh, Tom Deval, what's happened there? Was it a bit naughty from Sean, or should Mikey back there? Well, I mean, it's very difficult to go side by side through that section, let's be honest. The car on the inside really should have the corner really there, so one of them should have backed out really. I think Mikey there maybe should have backed out of it. Maybe. It's difficult to say, obviously he's on the outside. You want to try and get the other driver to back out, neither of them did. And somebody was always going to come worse off, and unfortunately it was Mikey. And what's happened to Tom Deval? 32.2 on that lap. 37.4 the lap before, so there's a mistake. Lap 9 from him. So having been running in P2, wasn't he? Down to P5. He's a little bit all over at the moment there. Ooh, sliding around. There then. Fossilin has returned to track in P6. He is now on the hard tyre then, so he hasn't fueled either, so Dusty Fossil there, short stint on the hard tyres for him. So now the different strategies are starting to play out then. We're now closing up on Mikey and Biggles as well. Biggles hasn't stopped yet though, so different strategies at different times. And T. Smith in 14th. In 15th then at the moment. His teammate though is leading the way. Panda's pace has been consistent. Look at his pace, solidly in the 1 minute 30s all race, so yeah, good pace so far from Panda. Board then for a bit of Panda then. Look through this challenging S's section. And these Group 2 cars is not really anything of note. Down to the bottom right hander there. Short shift then, and go then into this. The ball line there to Panda. These Group 2 cars have got so much grip there, you just absolutely floored it through there. If you get the line right, you don't even need to lift. As he did there, great job there from Panda. Doing a really good job there. The lead's now 16.2 seconds, and so doing a very, very good job up front. So far is Will in lap 12 or 55, maybe like lap 13. 12 laps in the book. Into the chicane. That's a bit, there we go, the car goes a little bit light over that crest there. No troubles for Panda there, we saw of course without him spinning off on lap 1 there. It's very easy to do, the rear of the car gets light. And we've got Aaron and Homer in. Further back. And getting off his medium tyres, Homer getting rid of his hards. Sent back into the S's again. A little bit of a lift there. Car bite. Through the hill then. So how many more laps does Panda have in the tank? And the tyres look okay. However, he's literally just dropped onto the red line then, so he's probably got about 1.3 laps of fuel left in now. Is that going to be enough to get round again? Or will he be in this time around? This has been superb. Once again through there, well away from the walls, in the middle of the chicane. Peel off to the right hand side. Comes out the final corner. The answer is yes, he will. So race leader is in. Well, back then, Blue Flag and Ross. Blue Flag's doing a really good job on fuel, as is Ross. So they're extending their stint. So again, that might explain why Panda has been able to pull the lead that he has. Doing so much fuel saving. Blue Flag's pace has been good. Like, bear in mind he is on the hard compound time. Most of his laps there, apart from one 33, which might have been when he was getting over battling. 31.5, 31.8, 31.5, 31.3, 31.3, 31.7, 32.6 last time around. Maybe a bit of a mistake in there, and then a 31.2 again. So yeah, Blue Flag's pace has been good. As has Ross. Ross has managed to dip into the 1 minute 30s. So he's been flying as well. Dusty Fossil then in P3. So he's caught as the strategy starts to play out, then he's back to the front of the field. Of course, we know he's on a shorter stint on those hard tyres, so he'll want to, as soon as he's finished these, he can get back onto the mediums and then use them till the end of the race. They seem to be holding up well. SBY, he's still going as well. So maybe a little bit of fuel saving going on from SBY, extending his stint then. Garni in 5th, his tyres are looking particularly angry, as the fuel. So he will be in this time around, unsafe. He's extended his stint then, so he'll be in this time around. And there's Biggles, there's Panda, who's just come out then. He's ahead of T. Smith, critically. And he's on the soft tyre as well. T. Smith on the mediums. He's been lapping fairly solidly in the 30s as well. Some good pace there from him. That said, Panda's been matching that pace as well, so good pace so far from Will. Now he's on the soft tyre, you think he should be able to pull away. And of course, they've both still got to use the hard tyre at some point. T. Smith's still drifting out that final corner. Garni's in, SBY's in as well. Still Blue Flag from Ross. And Dusty Fossil in 3rd. Safe Biggles, Panda, T. Smith. And we've got Tom Duval in 8th. He's now on the soft tyre. Graham's now on the mediums. He's pitted. Yes, he has pitted. Killing away now. SBY and Pagani topping up the fuel. Aaron coming around now. He is back on the medium tyres. So go through. Homer's now on the mediums. This is personal best then. So 30s seems to be a good pace there. So Fever has pitted, he's now on the medium tyres, so he's now used all of his tyre requirements. Mikey's out on the hards, having made his first stop. Through the S as we go, Blue Flag and Ross, they'll be in this time around. Good stint there from these boys, 15 laps. So they can then shorten, obviously there'll be short stints on the soft tyres, so they won't be going 15 laps. Good driving from both these. Oh, Blue Flag's going to go around again. So Blue Flag's then got enough to do one more lap. Ross peels off. He's only got 3 litres left. Blue Flag he's confident he can do one more lap then. Halfway for Dusty Fossil is about the same. So yeah, good pace from Blue Flag. Fair play. Dusty Fossil, meanwhile, though, has been chipping away nicely. Looks in the 1 minute 30s on his hard tyres. Now he's got less fuel than Blue Flag. So Dusty Fossil going very well. Of course, he's got the experience of having run last night. We'll find Panda, Biggles, and T Smith. Panda hasn't really pulled away from T Smith there. I think on the soft tyres, in the 29s, Pagani's got the fastest lap of the race currently, 1:29.1. T Smith go for a wheel on Biggles into the right hander there. Sending it confidently, and through he goes. Biggles saw him coming. Now, this is not really his fight because he's due a pit stop. Up through the S as we go. Second gear, short shift to third then, to pick up the throttle a little bit earlier. Second back, so we'll be getting a little bit of dirty air. Let's just see how it affects him through here. No, that car has got so much more grip. Catching T Smith, he had a better run there than T Smith. Blue Flag is in, as expected, so race leader is in. Dusty Fossil then will resume the lead, but he'll be in next time around. Panda then is going to come through and retake P2. T Smith then will take over in third. Where's Blue Flag going to come out relative to Ross? Ross has come out in P10. He's now on the medium tyre. Making his way through the dash again. Landed in that gap between SBY and Homer. Then 29.5, so just to get himself a quick lap in there. Graham's out on the medium tyres doing solid 1 minute 30, so good pace from Graham. Low minute 130s as well, so yeah, Graham's going well. Of course, we're now in that sort of phase of the race where it's very difficult to judge where everybody truly is in terms of the pace. It's not really going to filter out until the last sort of 10 laps or so. Everybody makes their final stop, then we'll have a true idea. So at the minute, it's anybody's guess. We know Dusty Fossil is the race leader. Yeah, he's in this time around as well. Got that lead back up to 7 seconds over Panda. A short stint then on the hards. Good evening, Royston. How are we? How was your race last night? Caught up yet, so it's all a mystery. Into the pits then comes Dusty Fossil. Panda has just started to edge away from T Smith. 29.4. It's his personal best fastest lap. This lap's going to be 29.6, so good pace from him. T Smith, 30.3. So keeping Panda in check. The Val then will be in probably this time around. Good evening, Callum. In fourth now, Aaron's now in fifth. In the sixth. Where did Blue Flag come out relative to Ross? He's come back behind him then, so Ross has jumped Blue Flag. So that extra lap from Blue Flag meant he has dropped in behind. Coming up behind them is Dusty Fossil. He's filled the tank. He's going to filter out in P9, although he's got SBY quickly closing in at full speed. Anyone hit the wall yet? We've had some deaths. We had a few deaths in the first couple of laps at the chicane. But nothing much since, to be fair. It's all settled down a little bit now. So everybody's got into their rhythm a little bit then. Unsafe was one of those. Mikey's been in the wall as well. Biggles came together early on. Biggles gave him a yeet, and then they both clipped the dash chicane on the same lap as well. Unsafe also had a death on lap 1, the dash chicane. And he's been on the back foot for a large portion of this race. Biggles had some dramas with Mikey. He's also hit the dash again. Just quietly going about his business at the minute. Of course, they early pitted off the hard tyres, himself and Pagani. They've done their soft tyre stints, and now they are on the medium tyres to the end. As into the pits comes Tom Duval. As expected. Panda's lead is now 3.1 seconds then, again 29.6 from him, 30.4 for T. Smith. So the soft tyres at the minute still good. We're now going well up into third. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Not be doing a death. Then everybody just kind of spread out a little bit. Blue Flag and Ross still circulating together. They have been for a good chunk of this race now. Fossil up behind him now in 8th. SBI 9th. Behind 10th. Fever 11th. Who's unsafe. Tom Duval's out in 14th. And so you see the drop off there with when you fill the tank up. He drops all the way down to P14. He's just come out just in front of Mikey. So he was P3 when he came in. So yeah, that's a big drop then. He's now 1 minute and a second off the lead. And his lead up to 3.5 seconds. He's just dropped into the 1 minute 30s again though. So the gap between the lap times between first and second, soft and mediums, is dropping. T. Smith, however, will be in this time around. And he's probably got another couple of laps in the tank. Aaron then's recovered well to 4th, having had a spin on the opening lap. Well in 5th. Blue Flag, Mr. Fossil, SB White, Pagani, Fever. Pushing hard then, out of the final corner. Smith will be in this time. Panda has just dropped onto the red line now. I think he's probably got one more lap in the tank if he wants it. Or does he want to try and cover off T. Smith here? The answer is he's going to take that extra lap on the soft tyres. So he'll go around one more time. T. Smith, ooh, off the curb. Nearly killed himself. He survives though and boxes out of P2. So we'll take this opportunity to look at that. Then he has literally got nothing left in the tank as he comes in. That is how close he ran the fumes. I'll take this opportunity then to have a look at the standings for GT1. Coming into this one then overall, we'll start with that one. T. Smith leading the way, of course, with what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wins out of 12 races this season. Grow up, as Jamesy would tell him. He has been in dominant form then, already on 219 points. There's 9 wins, a second, a third, and a fourth. So his worst result this season is 4th, which he's got 1 of. It's a little bit closer in the rest of the field, however. Unsafe leading the charge on 154 points. He is 5 points ahead of Feber. So the two Germans, second and third. Feber's on 149. Then we've got SB White on 145. He's had a fairly consistent season so far, well, going well. Then it's Aaron on 141. So that battle there for second, third, fourth and fifth is quite close. Pagani's then 6th on 130 points. Then we've got Homer on 123, 7 points further back. He is 2 points ahead of Ross, who's on 121. And then it's Graham on 115. Tom Duval and Blue Flag both tied on 112. Tom Duval had, of course, with that win he had at Brands Hatch. Then it's Biggles on 86. Of course, he did miss a week. He was sunning himself on Tenerife, I believe it was, week 1. Rom has missed several weeks, including this week. He is next on 62.5 points. Then we've got the One Hit Wonders car, which doesn't have a permanent driver at the moment, unfortunately. On 58 points with Panda, who has been select with his appearances this season so far on 40.5. Going well in this one though, he's in. Now, T. Smith through Aaron, then takes the lead of the race. And we're coming through to second. Blue Flag still together. Just Fossil giving chase. Look at the lap times then. Ross solidly in the mid to high 1 minute 30s. At the minute, blue flag still lapping in 31s, so we've got into the 30s a couple of times as well. So blue flag I feel needs a little bit more. He's going quick, but not quick enough. So take your brakes off, side. Come on. Let's get the hurry up. Dusty Fossil is catching him behind there. It's solidly in the mid to low 1 minute 30s so far. There is T Smith. Now then, T Smith he's on the hard tyres. He's also filled up to about 2/3 of tank. So he's on for a shorter stint on the hard tyres. Critically for him, he's out ahead of Pagani and ahead of SBY and Panda. He has got ahead of Panda, and Panda's come back out on the mediums. So Panda is not doing his hard stint yet. So Panda will need to get ahead of T Smith here. Back up at the standings. So we keep an eye on this battle. Running out around the back of T Smith. Let's go on board. Just a feather there. Trying to get the car lined up, though he's got the slipstream now. Could be a battle for 6th here. In the category standings, of course, we've got Pro, Pro-Am and Am categories depicted by the wing mirrors and the stickers on the car. We've got pink, green and blue. Keep an eye on those. In the Pros, T Smith leads the way, understandably having won every race in the Pro category so far this season. He's on 70 points. Aaron is second on 44, and Pagani on 42. Ross on 38, and Panda on 9.5. Drivers there putting it right to the left of that curb. In the Pro-Am category, SBY leads the way on 57 points, with Graham next on 48. It's 37.5 points for Biggles. Rom's on 29, with the One Hit Wonders spare car on 26. And then in the Am category, Unsafe leads the way on 50. He's a point ahead of Fever on 49. Then Homer on 38. Tom Duval on 37. And Blue Flag on 36. So the Am category finally poised. Finally in the team standings, the Doctors lead the way on 789 with 11 wins to their name. Allmongs, no Tom's second on 738. And it's the PS Playmates 706. The One Hit Wonders 668 with the Big Kahunas on 589.5. That's how the standings are. Now we can focus back on the racing action. Versus T Smith, the battle we've seen before. Aaron is in then from the race lead. Pagani got a move done on T Smith. Back there you've got SBY and Panda. That short shift there through the chicane there just to pick up the throttle early. Got the slipstream, but he's not close enough to make a move yet. There's a dirty air in these cars. Very aero dependent, these cars. They're high aero cars, these ones. They've got an absolute plethora of grip. An interesting comparison, the current generation of Super GT500 cars, which is the Nissan Z. Oh, who's that in the wall? That was Dusty Fossil. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Dusty Fossil at the top of the hill. Biggles is coming around there, the place to be. Gets back up to speed then, but big shame for Dusty Fossil there. He's had a crash there at the top of the S's. Got dirty tyres. Oh, shame for Carl there. He had really good pace in the early part of this one. But that has cost him a bag full of time. Then Homer in from the lead, which means that Ross will then take over. This battle with him and Blue Flag continues. Now I wonder if these two are trying to do one less stop than some of the other drivers. They're still on they're only on their second set of tyres at the minute. 25 to 55. Just under half a tank for him. Blue Flag's actually on the half a tank. That's maybe why he hasn't been catching. So Blue Flag then. What are these boys up to? T Smith is pushing hard. So I was saying, yeah, the current generation of GT500 cars, which are the Nissan Z, the Toyota Supra, and now the Honda Civic, bizarrely. formerly the Honda NSX. They lap. Oh, who was that? Oh, it's SBY. Squeal of tyre and loss of traction. It's going again, but drops down to P8. So there's more sliding in the background. Who was that? Yeah, the current. I will get this fact out at some point. So the current generation of GT500 cars lapped Fuji quicker than the current generation of GT hypercars. So the Toyota, the Ferrari F, the 499, the Peugeot R9 X8, the Alpine A3 434. So yeah, all the hypercars are actually these cars, the Super GT500 cars, can lap quicker Fuji than the hypercars. Left chicane we go. Everybody survives. And that little gaggle anyway. And gets through. Yep. So then, Ross leads the way. Green and blue flag are trying something a little bit different here. They look to be doing less stops than everybody else. Whereas the pack behind, T. Smith leading the charge. T. Smith there. All kinds of sideways there. His pace is good on these hard tyres. In the sort of mid to high 1 minute 30s, which is not bad on the hard tyre. You see the blue flag ahead of him is lapping similar times on the mediums. Garney is giving chase, but he's not been able to get close to T. Smith. He's now dropped back a little bit now, probably just saving his tyres. Honda has cleared, or he cleared SB1 before SB1 had his drama. Kruger. Well on his way, P6 currently. Getting towards the end of this stint though. There's another one who seems to be on a longer shift. He's on his hard tyres first, he's now on the mediums. SBY there just recovering, having had that spin. There's Dusty Fossil, another one who's dropped back having had a drama. The Gaggle cars in Graham, who's not long pitted. Pitted on lap 21. Tom Duval with him again. Some safe though in between them at the minute. And say of course had the death on lap 1. Now since lap 3 nobody's caught the dash chicane that we've seen anyway, so everybody seems to be doing a good job. Aaron having just pitted now on the hard tyre, so he's now taking his pain. Look then, 13th place is only 28 seconds off the lead after 26 laps then, so quite tightly bunched then. Homer's a little bit further back. He's on the medium tyres, but he's just pitted again as well. And then Mikey, also another one who's not long since pitted. Still going well. Fairly solid lap times, up 30s and 31s. Yeah, Ross's lead over blue flag is now 2.1 seconds then, so he's got the hammer down a little bit. Flag had a bit of a tardy lap 31.1 last time with a 30.6. Smith continuing to charge. He's taken a second out of blue flag in the last couple of laps. Then it's down to 4.1. It was 5. Garney though has just caught up ever so slightly. He's pulled about 4 tenths back since the last time we were on watching these guys. So much grip then. Really throw them through the dash chicane. Garney has just tipped onto the red line, but he might have one more lap in him. Will do, yep, so he'll do one more lap. Trying to get the slipstream from T. Smith's car. I think he has got it. I think the slipstream just be a little bit bigger. Fever is in meanwhile from P6. Garney has just managed to reel in T. Smith a little bit down the straight there. The air effect a little bit stronger in these cars. Through the S's there, the dirty air does hurt him and he just drops back out of that gap again. In the second half of this race, half race distance, and your top 5 are covered by 8 seconds, 8.7 seconds, so it's all to play for. We've got 2 different strategies going on here. We've got these 3 who are on sort of the hare, and they're just pushing hell for leather. And we've got Blue Flag and Ross up front, who are on a different strategy then. They are extending their stints longer. Here's the game then. who's saving themselves a pit stop. There appears to be about 40 odd seconds of pit stop here for a full service, 40-50 seconds, so it's a long old pit lane time. Save yourself that time. It's only going to come in handy later on. This is good. If I'm trying to match him, Ross just seems to have a couple of tenths over him. So look at the lap times this time around. Ross coming to the line now. So 30.7 for him. Blue flag 31.1. Only pits as expected. T. Smith does a 30.7, so he's matched Ross. T. Smith to Ross stays the same. Looks like losing a couple of tenths again. And we're now up to 4th again then. His pace has been good as well. Low minute 1 minute 30s. Biggles another one who's on this alternate strategy, I think. Good though, solidly in the 1 minute 30s. Look at that, 30.4, 30.4, 30.6, 30.5, 30.8, 30.6, 30.6, 30.5, 30.5. So very consistent lap times there, all within, what's that, 4/10 of a second. I love that he's got a 1 minute 30.400 and a 1 minute 30.500. So we need a 1 minute 30.600 now, please, Biggles. Thank you. Different strategies here. Who's is going to be the quickest? We said the pit last time, so bearing in mind who just pitted, it was Pagani. So Pagani, who was within, was it 7 seconds of the lead, 8 seconds of the lead, is now 56 seconds off the lead. So it's about 50 seconds he's lost there. So that's how much time you save by not having to do that extra pit stop, which means that those who are just going hell for leather, I've got a lot of time to make up on the lap times. I suggest they're not that different either, so there'll be something special from the likes of T. Smith and that if they want to win this race, because I think Ross and Blue Flag may, this is finger in the air a little bit here, may be in the driving seat with this one, but we'll see. Of course, they've used the hard tyres as well, so they've got the soft tyres to come. T. Smith of course used his, Pagani's used his, Panda's used his as well. So, yeah, they're looking very good at the minute. Biggles as well, not out of this one. It looks bad at the minute for Pagani Fever, but obviously it's just the way the pit cycles are working out. They pitted a bit earlier off the hard tyres. So they're out of sequence to everybody else. They'll come back then. Ross then is due a pit stop imminently then, so he's got a really good stint again then. Now, does he take his soft tyre stint this time around? Oh, Ross has done 30.5 as well, look at that. Oh, that's 2. Orgasmic. Love that from them. Love that. So Ross is going to be in this time around. Blue Flag's got at least another lap or 2. But does he want to mirror Ross, or is he going to save himself a stint later? Save it for his next stop. They'll have one more stop to make. They've got 25 laps to go. They've got a soft tyre stint to do. And then get back on the medium tyres as well. What does Ross go for? Ross is in. Now does Blue Flag match him? He's going to carry on, he's going to carry on, then T. Smith's pushing hard, you can hear him squealing the tyres in the background. 30.3 then T. Smith now, he's getting the hammer down, the fuel's come out of his car, he is just tipped over onto the red line, so he's got one more lap in the tank. Gap to Blue Flag's now down to 1.8, 31.1 again last time around. T. Smith is 30.3 on the hard tyre. T. Smith's pace is electric, but is it enough? Now, where is Ross? He's still in the pits. Ross is still filling up. Now, let's see what tyres he's going to come out on. Is he saving the softs to the end? We saw Dusty Fossil get 9 laps out of his. He's on the mediums again, so Ross is double medium, so he's going to have the softs at the end of this race. So, he'll come out P11, and he's got some clear track as well. That's going to be very, very handy for him. Ahead of Pagani, he's got 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds up the road to SBY. He's on the soft tyres, so he should be getting a move on. So he'll be out of the way probably before he gets there. So Dusty Fossil and Graham squabbling. Dusty Fossil got the indicator on because he is in this time around. Flash of the lights. I think he's let Graham go there. Oh. A little bit wide there into the dash chicane. I thought the wall was coming at him, but he swerved out of the way. T. Smith in from second. Looks like he's indeed doing another lap. T. Smith is back onto the medium tyres then. In comes Dusty Fossil. So medium tyres going back onto T. Smith. Dusty Fossil will be on the mediums as well. Blue flag then now on the line of fuel. So he's managed to get 2 laps further than Ross. He went 1 lap longer last time. So that's a great fuel save from Blue flag. Ooh, Panda pushing on there, drifting as he gets the power down. It's difficult to know really where everybody is in this one at the moment, but Blue flag looking good, Ross looking good. Biggles in there as well. Biggles is 11 seconds off the lead, but on the same strategy as Blue flags. They're both going to be in this time around, and so brought himself back into contention, having had some early dramas. Where might he be without that crash with Mikey at that corner there on lap 1, and then the death on lap 3? Graham's also not out of this one, so yeah, a lot of players still to stake a claim in this one. Blue flag then will hang a right, will hang the back end left, and point the car right there. In he comes then, so Panda will resume the lead of the race. 30.3 from Panda. Solid pace once again on those medium tyres. A lot of drivers there. The pace has been good across the board on the medium tyres. A lot of drivers lapping competitively. It's now a big Kahuna's 1-2. Panda leading Graham. Their Pro-Am and their Am drivers. No, it's their Pro and their Pro-Am drivers, as it should be. Pro, of course, they're the pink wing mirrors and the pink stickers. See there on the side, Graham, who's the Pro-Am, he's got green. He's got green wing mirrors and a green sticker. He's got the wrong colour wing mirrors. And then let's find an Am. I'll find it safe because he is the third one on that team. On safe, you can see he has got blue mirrors and blue stickers. He is the Am in that team, so that's how you differentiate them. So Panda leading the way, Graham in second, so 1-2 for the big Kahunas. Aaron in third, but he's got a stop to make. It'll probably be this lap. He might be able to get one more out of it. We'll see at the end of this lap. Pace from him there, down to the 1:30 in the stint on the hard tyre. That's good pace again. So T. Smith doing a 30.3, but we've seen how much of an alien that he can be. Blue flag on the medium tyres is behind T. Smith, who has slightly short fueled. Well, he knows he's got another stop to make, and it'll be earlier, so he'll be pitting before Blue flag. He's also ahead of Ross. So there's Ross, there's Blue flag. So these three, and then Pagani, I think at the minute, this is the battle for the lead. I think Panda's in here as well. Slight difference, but I think it's between T. Smith, Ross, Blue flag, Pagani. Biggles a little bit out of it, I think. 11 seconds down the road, so it's top 5 I think there, but yeah, we'll see. Predictions please then, who do we think's where? Who's in this battle for the lead at the end? Is it going to be another T. Smith job? Or is Ross or Blue flag going to come out victorious in this one then? T. Smith's got 8 seconds up the road to SBY, who's on those soft tyres, so SBY won't be caught. We're going 1 and 3rd. 29.9. That's very good pace at home with a dipping into the 29s on the medium tyres. So that's very good pace there from him. Fastest lap of the race is SBY. He's got a 29.001. Could you not have gone 1,000 quicker, Sean? Really? Just ruined it. Ugh. On the personal best, Panda is in. This will be his penultimate stop. 19 laps to go, 21 laps to go, so like he'll have another stop to make now. How much fuel does he put in? He's got another stop to make, so So he doesn't fill the tank if he wants, or is he going to do what T. Smith has done, just slightly short fuel, keep himself in that battle. So a lot of this can be psychological as well. If you fill the tank up and you end up 10-15 seconds behind, it could be disheartening there. Now he's short fueled. He has short fueled, and he's going to come out behind SBY. So yeah, Panda has come out ahead of T. Smith and Ross and Blue Flag and that group. So Panda's in this conversation as well. Panda's in this conversation as well. He's 5.8 seconds ahead then, but he's got significantly less fuel. So he'll be making his final stop earlier. But again, is that mind games? It's all about the mind games sometimes. Like I say, if you're chasing somebody down, they come out of the road, because you don't know what fuel they're on. You can play in there. T. Smith doing a personal best in Sector 2 there. Ross keeping him honest though. Blue Flag, he came out on the medium tyres as well, but he's now got Pagani to worry about. Now, Blue Flag on a different strategy to Pagani. So what does he do? These two, of course, know each other very, very well. They've been teammates umpteen times over the 26 seasons of FTRL's Gran Turismo League. They're opposing teams at the moment now. Blue Flag's driving to a number a little bit. Pagani has let off the reins a little bit in comparison. Jumping out through the chicane. Pagani looks to have had a good run there. Blue Flag's driving down the middle of the circuit, as you would expect. He's going to cover the inside. SBY's in. Pagani to the outside at the final corner. And the Marbles is going to try and get the cut back up the hill. The best defence in FTRL versus one of the all-time greats. One of the more aggressive ones, then he can get a move done. If anybody needs a door opening, it is this man, and I think he's got the run done. He's got down the inside. Blue Flag's Milka car appears in the mirror. That said, he's on the left side somewhere now. Where is he? Just appearing in the left side of the mirror there. That move is now done though. So Pagani is through. Blue Flag, no, that's not his race. He doesn't need to battle him at this stage. He's got to drive his own race. That's the key thing for Blue Flag here. But what he does need is Ross getting away, because Ross is now a fair gap ahead. He's 5 seconds ahead of Pagani. Another half second back. So he's 5.5 seconds ahead of Blue Flag. Now that is there. These two are racing each other. Ross and Blue Flag are on the same strategy. So that's Blue Flag's race, realistically. So he needs to be catching Ross. Ross, however, has just done 3 30.2s in a row. There's Blue Flag. Excuse me. That's me. Sneezes. Spreading some diseases. I've been doing 30.6s. So Ross has been pulling, just edging away by about 3 or 4 tenths a lap. It needs to be reversed. However, then in from the race lead. So his tyres are fine, but he's out of fuel. Which means that Panda retakes the lead. Gap, a difference in time, 4 tenths of a second in favour of T. Smith that time around. 30.5 for Panda, 30.1 for T. Smith. 30.7 for Ross, but that's good pace from Ross, bearing in mind that he will have a shorter final stop. So if he can keep T. Smith honest, bearing in mind he's got the soft tyre to come as well. Right, Ross is definitely in the conversation for this one. Blue Flag has just latched onto the back of a car now, so if you can drag him around, that'll help save him some more fuel. Blue Flag doing a personal best, so... Graham versus Feber as well, now for P6. The nicest two people in all of FTRL. It's going to be after you, no after you, no after you. In this battle, Graham there over the curb, sparks fly. Up through the S's. Graham switches to the inside. Feber runs out of the curve, then out side by side over the crest. Down the hill we go. Let's go on board. There's the big Kahuna's car. There's the one-hit wonders. Graham is late on the brakes, down the outside. Where is Feber? He's going to appear, there he is. And Graham round the outside. What a move from Graham. Into the hairpin, great move then, into the chicane we go. Ball coming in for Fever. Oh, he's at a moment though, clipped the wall. Stunted his progress there, and Graham gets away. difficult to follow through there, unsighted in there. He just hooked the curb there and it pitched him into the wall. So Graham has pulled down nearly 2 seconds away just from the gap, on the run from the chicane there up to where we are now, start finish right there. A great move from Graham there down the outside. And the hairpin Fever leaving in the room there, just railroaded around the outside, get the momentum up. Definitely don't want to be following through the death chicane there. Fresh tyres probably helped a little bit as well, but great move there from Graham. Dusty Fossil there in P8. Had some great early pace at the spin though, costing him about 15 seconds earlier on. Saw him at the top of the S's. So where would he be without that? He'd be 9 seconds off the lead, so he would be in P4 if not for that moment. And there is still the race leader. He's now coming round to lap Mikey, so that's the first blue flags we've seen. There's Mike, and of course Mike is a big fan of Dragon Trail, so it's gone well tonight. So we've only had the one death that we've seen, so yes, since lap 3, I don't think anybody's had a massive smash at the death chicane. So fair play to everybody. It was great driving. I'd expect no less from GT1 though. That was a squeal of tyres. T. Smith. Panda 31-1 on that lap around. Well, Pandas are the hards. I didn't realise that. That might explain. Not to be fair. That's why he short fueled that. Now it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. I missed that fact there. So Panda taking his hard tyre stint there. So that's not bad to be fair. He's only losing like half a tenth or so. Half a second or so, sorry. So yeah, everybody driving well there. Of course, Will is a former FTRL F1 race winner. Did he get the title? Somebody might have to check the records. I don't know whether Panda ever won an F1 title in FTRL, but gets on very well. He was a very quick boy on F1, so we know that much. Div 1 race winner in amongst the era of Dutch Tricks and T1000, Zach and Tico, when they were aliens. So he's good with high downforce cars. Just a little wobble there, just trying to get the power down. And still hasn't caught Mikey. He's not close enough though that it should be negatively affected by the dirty air though. Look at the map though. You see how close everybody, unfortunately for Mikey. Mikey's at the head of the train. Unsafe though. Has got Tom Duval, who's not long pitted, but I think he's hard to. Tom Duval's race has just kind of unravelled a little bit then. He was right at the sharp end earlier on as well. But then you've got Homer and Aaron together here. Again, the pit cycles just muddled everything up there. It's difficult to see where everybody really is. Yeah, I think I've gave that wall a little bit of a kiss. Or gave close to. Keeping Aaron honest, and a little bit up the road you've got SBY on the back of Biggles. Now Biggles of course is on the same strategy as Ross and Blue Flag. And Dusty Foster took the road from them, then Fever, and Graham. And a bit of a back forward to gap up to Blue Flag, who's now dropped away a little bit from Pagani, but still going well. Going now in fourth. Ross coming down ever so slightly. Ross was actually quicker on that last lap. And T. Smith giving chase to Panda. Panda pitted on lap 34. Now he's done his required number of laps in the tyre, but he needs to get into a position where he can make it on fuel. So he's probably got at least 2 more laps there. We've seen them do 13 laps fairly comfortably. So that'll be his cue to come in. T. Smith is just chipping away. Of course, to be fair, Panda did 30.3 last time around. T. Smith did the 30.3 as well, so they matched each other last time around. So Panda has held that gap. Look at the lap times this time. 30.6 for Panda. 29.5 for T. Smith there. That's a quick lap. That was a quick lap. That's 1.1 seconds he's just had out of him there. So I'll say that gap was holding. T. Smith's got the hammer down. But is he looking at the wrong drivers? I think this is the man that's going to lead the race once the final stops have shaken out. And he's got the gap down to about 4.8, but not being able to get much closer. Again, Ross was faster on that last lap by a tenth. Blue flag just hasn't quite got the pace of Ross. Ross has just got a few tenths on him, and that's just what's pulled him away since they swapped after the first round of pit stops. Ross undercut blue flag. And they've been circling together pretty much ever since, but Ross has just edged away ever since. Blue flag's still in the podium contention here for sure. Fever then will be the first to make what will be his final stop there. It should be this lap. So we're getting into the window then for the final round of stops. You've got Dusty Foster behind him, SBY, Biggles. And there's battle between Homer and Aaron. Rages on. He's on board with Homer. He's been closing in. That gap is now under 0.4 of a second as they go over the crest, down the hill. Cruise liners in the distance. Into the chicane then. Trying to get a bit clearer on the nose of that car. Fully committed there despite being in Aaron slipstream there. Very good driving there from Homer, and he's got a good run here. Not going to be close enough though for a move into the final corner. On go the brake lights then. For that late apex, early upshift there, gets the throttle on Fever in, as expected. Just pull away a tenth or so. That final sector then, again, should be safe into this first chicane. Taking the second gear then, apex is nicely, a little bit jittery there, and that's given Homer a big opportunity, a big run there from him. Closing in again, then over the crest, through the right-hander. Keeps it fully planted then, down the gearbox we go. Second gear, hit the throttle up. Over the crest we go, 0.3 of a second is the gap there. Personal best from Homer in sector 2. Flicking into the S's then, on the curb, over to the right-hand side. Over the corner a little bit then, flick right, flick left. Over the brow, use a bit of the curve on the outside, like Aaron does there. Over the blind crest and now down the hill once again. As late as you dare. Panda in. Race leader is in. And they've got a little bit tighter off the corner then. Homer using all the track there around the outside then as we once again enter the chicane. Full stop section of the lap there. A little bit of a moment there for Homer. Just edging away ever so slightly. Gearbox into the final corner. Once again, early upshift there. Pick the throttle up, use the curve on the exit. Very evenly matched these two. Homer just chipping away, then Pagani's in as well. So the final rounds of stops are starting to be made. Now we're going to get an idea then of where everybody actually is in this battle then for tonight's race. Ooh, Aaron having a slide there out of that chicane. You can see the back end of the car gets light there over that crest. We saw Aaron fall victim of that on lap 1. So we get away with it this time though. On the hard tyres on that first lap, of course. But it didn't help there. A personal best in sector 1 there from Homer. A bit of a lift though into the S's that time around the dirty air there. You can see now starting to play a factor there. Aaron pulling away. Homer had to lift. Very close action between these two. Not close enough just yet. T. Smith then in this time around. Now Ross takes over the lead of the race. Blue flag will go through as well. Again, fully committed through there. Those drivers. That was 0.07 of a second between the lap times last time around. Two very evenly matched at this stage of the race. SBY is in as well. Now T. Smith, where's he going to come out relative to Panda? He's going to be filling the tank up. Panda is coming out of the final corner. T. Smith's on his way. He hasn't needed to fill the tank then. He's confident he can save a bit of fuel to the end. That was only got 11 laps, so yeah, he can get to the end. And he is ahead of Panda, and quite comfortably so. He's come out battling with Unsafe though. Now, Unsafe could do his teammate a favour here if he can start battling with T. Smith. it does instead though is drift the rear. And that's going to let T Smith get away. That said, he's still with him. So that's critical for T Smith's race. A, that he's come out ahead of Panda, and B, he's got ahead of unsafe release as well. Unsafe is on 1 tyres. Due to stop any time now. T Smith then is 37.1 seconds behind Ross. Ross is now the race leader again. His lead over Blue Flag is 7.1 seconds, and that gap has got nicely then. I think he's going to be in this time around. He's got one more lap. He's got one more lap. We've seen as Ross has been bang on 15 laps, which means he's got to do 10 laps on the softs now. Sake of a bit of fuel, and I'm fairly confident he won't have any issue getting the fuel number. It's are the tyres going to hold up? Blue Flag, much more fuel Blue Flag's got as well, so Blue Flag can maybe go that extra lap just to give himself enough leeway on tyres to definitely get to the end. But we know Ross is very good on his tyres, so it's going to be interesting to see. Graham in 3rd. Biggles in 4th now. Of course, he's on the same strategy as the race leader, but he's 23 seconds behind Ross now. Again, bear in mind he had to wait on lap 1 for Mikey after contact, and then he span at the death chicane as well on lap 3. So where would he be without that? And in 4th, he's now got Homer. Still got Homer behind him. These two glued together at this stage of the race. 1/10 of a second in there last time around. What's Panda got then? Panda's going to have to try and catch T Smith, then that's no easy feat. But he has been matching him blow for blow so far. Ross pits then from the lead. So where is Ross going to filter out? What does Blue Flag do? He's going to carry on. And we've seen him he's been getting sort of 16 laps out of his stint, so he could technically go to lap 48. But you would think he'll pit before then. A, to give himself a little bit less time for fuel. Also, more time on the soft tyres. It's Ross versus T Smith is going to be the interesting one here. Where is T Smith? He's coming into the final corner now. Ross is still refuelling. T Smith drifting. Unsafe drifting as well. Unsafe peeling off into the pits. Ross is on his way. Is he going to be ahead? It's going to be a battle out of the pit lane. Where is he? There he is. He's at T Smith's ahead. So T Smith is ahead of Ross. But Ross is now on the soft tyre. And he's ahead of Panda. Panda closing in. So Ross is going to have to overtake T Smith if he wants this win. It's 2.8 seconds. Panda only 8/10 behind him though. So the net race, top race 3, I believe, T Smith, Ross and Panda are separated by 3.5 seconds. The 46 laps of racing. Blue Flag then, what does he do? Is he going to be in this time around? 2 pits this time around, he needs less fuel. Tyres are definitely in the window. No, he's going to carry on. Carry on again, and Graham's closing in as well. Graham's in this conversation as well. Aaron and Homer still glued together. Meanwhile, in the battle for P4, Homer closing in again. He's going to get close enough for a move. Aaron's on the line of fuel. Is he in this time around? No. Homer's the closest he's ever been. On board on the shoulder cam. Might have a chance here. He's got to run. Go through the kink. Which side does he go? He's going to go to the inside then. He's down the inside on the brakes. Oh, Aaron shuts the door on him. A little bit of bump there. A little flash of the houses there from Aaron. I don't think he was happy with that move. To the right hander we go. Over the crest. Over the curve there, sparks light, a little bit wide there. Ross has got the gap down to 1.9 seconds though. In the battle for 6th, 7th. Panda just behind them in 8th. Garney's a little bit further back then. He's not a factor in this one, I don't think. On the medium tyres with Dusty Fossil in hot pursuit. Fever there as well. So the One Hit Wonders cars are in 11th, 12th and 9th currently though, but still some stops to go. Graham is the first of them to make his final stop ahead of them. Blue Flag gone round again, interestingly. Well, you've got a pity by now, but those soft tyres will get to the end. He'll have to be in this time around though, he's on the red line. So Blue Flag will be in, but he knows now he can push hard in this final stint. Biggles is in as well, Aaron's in. Homer will do one more lap then. Homer's going to try and overcut Aaron. What this does do is help clear the road for T. Smith, Ross and co. Gap's down to 1.3 seconds. Ross is closing. 29.6 from Ross. His personal best. T. Smith did a 30.4 last time around. 0.8 of a second out of that lead. Panda's 1.6 seconds behind. Where's Blue Flag going to drop into this battle? Graham has come out behind. He's on the soft tyres as well. He's going to be closing on Panda. He's 7.1 seconds behind his teammate. Oh, Ross is right there. Ross is in slipstream range. Mistake from T. Smith somewhere. And Ross is with him. Half a second and closing. This then, I think, is going to be for the net race lead. Blue Flag then into the final corner. Meanwhile, Ross is there now. Ross is right with T. Smith. In comes Blue Flag then. He's got no fuel left in the car. He's run the tank dry. I feel like he could have pitted earlier though. But he's not going to need so much fuel. And he'll have tyres to burn. Ross though is the one with the bag that's on the back of T. Smith. These two have been teammates for donkeys of seasons as well. Because they have got the stickers on the car of Ross's. We don't know if he's got Tom's daddy in the wheel. They've passed personal best from Ross. 1.1 seconds quicker. Here we go. He looks to the inside then for the chicane. Ross down the inside for the lead. He's through. T. Smith fights back, but Ross leads. Ross leads the race. What's T. Smith got for him? Where's Blue Flag? He's out in 4th. He's come out right ahead of Graham. And he's 8 seconds off the lead. But he's got tyres to burn. He's got 6 seconds to try and close on Panda, who's 1.8 behind T. Smith. Ross then half a second ahead. He's on the quickest tyre. He's got to run to the flag. Oh, absolutely. Okay, great finish then. Ross pulling away. That's 0.9 of a second. He's out of slipstream range. T. Smith though had a better exit. Into the death chicane we go. Ross gets through, no trouble. T. Smith gets through, no trouble. Evenly matched. Panda's not out of this either. He was 0.4 quicker than T. Smith last time around. T. Smith is not finished with Ross though. Oh, slide again. You see T. Smith doing that all night there, just kicking the back end of that car out of the final corner. He's got back into slipstream range. Graham and Blue Flag are battling over P4. They could do with just working together to try and close on Panda and co, but have they going to have enough time? Graham's in 30.4. Oh, wow. Graham was determined to get to the inside. He's got the inside now. Where's Blue Flag going to come across his nose though? And hangs on. Both cars squealing tyres. What they are doing is just letting those leaders get away. So it seems to be between these three. As Andy said, Ross could do with building a gap before the soft tyres start to go away. T. Smith, of course, on the left, didn't have to fill the tank, so his tyres will be in great nick come the end of this stint. Ross needs to build a bit of a gap. Try and save as much tyre as he can do. Better run down the hill, the gap's up to 1.2, 1.1. T. Smith has a better exit once again. There's Ross getting better into the corner. T. Smith's better coming out. And still very much in this as well. T Smith said a better run through the death chicane. Got back down to 9/10 of a second. Yeah, and he says Rossi needs to build a gap or back Tom into Will. Starting lap 51 of 55. 5 to go, including the one that they're on. It's up the dirt there. Gap is just under a second. Panda's 2.4 back and just slipping back ever slightly there. 29.6 from Ross, 29.8 from T Smith, 30.2 from Panda. It's a quick lap, but it's losing time to the cars ahead. Blue Flag and Graham are just chipping away. Blue Flag did a 29.9. That's his best of the race, and he's now purple in sector 1. Graham did a 30 flat then, so these two were fairly evenly matched as well. Are Ross's tyres going to last? That is the question. It was a long way out, wasn't it? It was 10 laps. Which I think is more than we've seen anybody else do on the softs. I think 9 was the start of it, but bear in mind he hasn't had to fill the tank, so that will help with the tyre wear. And Ross, we know, is a very smooth driver as well. He is very good at looking after his tyres. Gap is now 1.1 seconds. He's had a better run this time through there, so he has now pulled a few tenths on T Smith this lap. And they're just dropping away ever so slightly. In the background, where are they? Here they are. Blue Flag and Graham. Graham looking to the inside for the final corner. He's just showing in the mirrors. Trying to put Blue Flag off, and I think they're out of the battle for the podium unless there's a mistake up the road. They have just started to chip away, but they're running out of laps to get involved. Got too much to do there. Blue Flag with a 29.0. Just 700ths of a second away from the fastest lap of the race. Graham did a 29.3. Both doing personal bests. The guy then I think is nailed on for P6. Biggles ended up in P7. SPY's got Homer behind it then, so Homer's overcut did work on Aaron, and now he's got SPY to contend with, but he's on the soft tyre, so as is Aaron. SPY's on the mediums. Fever and Dusty Fossil battling it out in the inter-team battle for P11. Tom Duval then, who had such good pace early on, has just faded away in this one, down in 13th place now. And safe behind him, who never really recovered after that early collision with the wall. And the death chicane, his tyres looking pretty cooked as well. And Mikey on his soft tyre run now as well. 29.6 from Mikey there, good pace again from Mike. That's a Mike's good around here, he does like this circuit. Good pace then up front, then the lead is 1.5. The tyre wear starts to show. Smith keeping the pressure on. Both matched their lap times last time around. 29.6 again from Ross, 29.8 from T Smith. Ross this time to 30.1. T Smith does the 30.1. Panda does the 30.3. 2 tenths in their lap times. That gap behind is coming down as well. Blue Flag 29.5. Graham 29.4. So Graham was the fastest of the top 5 that time around. Oh, Homer versus SPY. Homer's got the inside then for the right hand kink, and I think he's got that move done. There he goes. What's SPY got for him? Aaron's closing in as well. He's over the curb. Oh, Aaron's going to spin. Oh, just got too greedy with the curb and ends up pirouetting around. He's kept position, but here comes Fever. Here comes Dusty Fossil. He's all over the curb there as well. Just be careful, he'll have hot tyres at the minute. Fever's now all over the back of him, but on the medium tyres. As Andy said, the tyre delta now probably favours T Smith. That gap is down to 9/10 of a second again. Ross's tyres are looking very second-hand. Yellow flag ahead. What is that? Is Mikey having a drama? Penultimate lap of the race. 30.4 from Ross. It's a 30.2 for T Smith. Just 2 tenths in it. Ross is doing a really good job. Mikey gets out of the way. Smith now coming back at Ross. Ross has driven superbly. Their different strategies have played out, and look at the difference, 8/10 with 2 laps to go, 1.5, 1 3/4 laps to go. T. Smith's just gone hammer and tong. Ross has played the long game, extended his stints, done less pit stops. They've come out less than a second apart with 1.5 laps to go. Can Ross hold on? Can his tyres hang on for 1.5 more laps? He's got a second advantage. Panda is out of this now. I think he's settled for 3rd. But still a very good drive from him. Blue flag is chipping away, but he's running out of laps. He's bringing Graham with him. Pagani is in a very lonely P6. Biggles is in a lonely P7. Homer doing a great job in 8th. Pulling away from SBY, who's now got a comfortable gap behind him after Aaron's moment. Oh, what's happened to Feber? Feber slipped back a couple of places, so Feber's had a drama somewhere at the end of that last lap. Slipped back behind Tom Duval, so Dusty Fossil into 11th. On saving 14th. Very lonely drive for him. Final lap of the race, 0.6 of a second in it. Here we go. I think those tyres will last. Ross has got the tyres. They're not going to go pop on him, but he's got to be careful around a couple of the right-handers because that left side tyre is looking angry. Half a second is the lead. The pressure is on. Oh, T. Smith's over the curb. Ross keeps up the dirt as well. Panda's dropped back. He's not in this one now. He's settled for 3rd. He's just waiting for to pick up some pieces. Out of the hairpin, the gap coming down. T. Smith closing as they head up towards the S's. Is he going to be close enough at the bottom of the hill for a move? There's 2 opportunities left, really. The gap goes back up again, though, through the S's, the dirty air. So the first opportunity was here, but Ross was too far ahead. He's just going to get on the brakes, get it stopped, get it turned, get the power on. The gap's, he's out of slipstream range again, but T. Smith closes again. He's had such a good exit out of there. So many laps we've seen. The gap's back down to half a second into the dash chicane. Ross has just got to be clean. T. Smith needs to stay close. Ross is through. Had a bit of a slide though. T. Smith's got to run. He's closing. Is he going to be close enough? Final corner. He shows in the mirror to the inside. Fakes. It's going to be a drag race up the hill. Oh, it's side by side. Ross is squeezing. Oh my god. It's a drag race. Oh, Ross wins. 21 thousandths of a second. Ross holds on. Wow, what a battle. The blue flag gets 4th from Graham in the end. Pagani's going to come home in P6. Solid points for him. Biggles, despite that early dramas, gets a very good P7. It's Homer in P8. SBY in P9. Aaron's going to come home in P10. Dusty Fossil will be 11th. Tom Duval will be 12th. Feber, 3rd in the standings, and down in 13th. He'll be disappointed there. The late mistakes cost him a couple of places. I'm safe for another one as well. 2nd in the championship then. Has just not been at the races today, unfortunately. That will be P14 for him. There's a personal best on the end there, 29.1. Absolutely, Derek, yeah. And there we have then, oh, it's 12 thousandths, look. In the end then, Ross held on and is victorious after 1 hour, 25 minutes, 44 seconds and 8/10 of a second. Wins the race by 12 thousandths of a second. After 55 laps, the top 2 covered by 12 thousandths of a second. I thought for a second T. Smith, he got such a good run at that final corner, he got alongside, but then he just didn't have the oomph up the hill because they're in the same car. So once they equalled out, Ross just held on there for his first race of the season. What a race. Panda, a very good P3 from him there. Thought he might be in contention there. I think he just settled in the end then for P3. Blue flag prevailing in that battle for P4 with Graham. I hope you didn't want any of the bloody standings because I won't be able to see. Graham P5, Pagani P6, Biggles P7, Homer P8. Who entered the room? Biggles. Look at you, was Aaron. Aaron, blame you. So that then was GT1. What a battle that was. What a race. Endurance races, they tend to usually sort of end up a bit spread out, but that one very much did not. Now, what a finish that was to that one. Congratulations to Ross. What a drive that was from him. The calendar then next week, our World Tour for week 7. So I find it is Brazil. So we are in Interlagos next week. It will be a mixed week. So we've got a sprint and an endurance race. Qualifying will take place. So we will have qualifying next week. And then we've got a mediums only sprint race, followed by a mid-length endurance race where, once again, soft, medium, and hard tyres must be used by all drivers then. But yeah, what a night, what a race that was there. Some great battles, some great performances. Congratulations to Ross once again there, denying T. Smith another victory. Washed. But that is it then for this evening. Thank you very much for everybody who has watched. If you have not liked the stream before you go, please do so. And we are back next week then, 8:30 on Thursday for GT2, 8:30 on Friday for GT1. Please do join us then. But for now, see you bye.